Hello friends, welcome to Vision of Justice. In this channel, we keep posting videos on various law related topics from time to time on judgments of the Supreme Court as well as important laws brought about by the central government. So today what we are going to learn about is the FCRA, the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act amendment, which was recently brought about by the central government. So, what is FCRA? This act regulates the flow of foreign funds, the transfer of foreign funds to organizations in India. These organizations may be of Indian origin or may be of foreign origin and may have an office registered in India. Every organization which proposes to receive foreign funds must register under the FCRA and obtain a certificate of registration before it can receive foreign funds. So, why was this amendment needed? The facts go like this. Between 2010 and 2019, that is in the past 10 years, the amount of foreign funds received by organizations registered under the FCRA has almost doubled. It has gone up by 100%. But the organizations, most of them which were registered under the FCRA, did not spend the funds that they received for the purposes for which they had initially registered. Let's say, for example, an NGO has registered itself for providing a few basic services to the poor and it has received foreign funds. The foreign fund contribution has almost doubled from say 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs. From the fund that has doubled from 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs, the NGO did not spend the fund amount for providing basic services to the poor, that is, for the objective for which it had been registered. So, in order to bring about more transparency in receiving and spending of foreign funds by organizations and to strengthen the compliance mechanism under the FCRA Act, this amendment has been brought about by the central government. This is the broad scheme of the Amendment Act. Now let's see as to what changes this act has brought about. Now let us see as to what important changes have been brought about by this act. The first important change is that as per the amended section 3C of the act, no public servant can now receive funds from foreign entities. So, by prohibiting public servants from receiving funds under this act, it has been made sure that no public servant would be able to engage in corruption with the funds received under this act. No public servant would be able to misappropriate funds which are received under this act. Another important change is that as per the old Act and rules, as per section 7 of the Act, read with Rule 24 of the Foreign Contribution Regulation Rules of 2012, 10% of the foreign funds could be transferred with the approval of the central government. And if the transfer was between two organizations, which included the NGOs of course, the permission could be waived off, that is, the funds could be transferred even without permission. This amended act does away with the exception, and now no and absolutely no foreign funds can be transferred. That is, if an NGO has received $100 of foreign fund, not even 1 cent of it can be transferred. Another important matter under this is that in the earlier act, 50% of the funds received could be utilized for administrative purposes such as buying vehicles, buying or renting offices, etc. Now, as per the amended act, only 20% of the received funds can be utilized for administrative purposes. Another important point over here is that as per the old act, a person could be barred from receiving funds only if he was found guilty of violating the provisions of the act, and even then he could continue receiving funds if approval was granted by the central government. Now the case is that if a central government is satisfied on a report that a concerned person or organization has been violating the provisions of the act, all the accounts of that organization can be immediately freezed pending enquiry. That is, all the accounts of the person or the organization can be freezed till the enquiry is completed, and if after the enquiry is completed the person is found guilty, the accounts can be permanently freezed, and if the person is found not guilty, the accounts can be defreezed and transactions can go on as usual as per the provisions of the act. Another important provision which has to be noted is the new section which has been inserted in the act. Section 12(1)(a) of the act specifies that for receiving foreign funds, the agency, the NGO, has to open an account in the branch of State Bank of India, and that too in Delhi, and the branch is the one which will be specified under the FCRA. So, an FCRA specified State Bank of India branch in Delhi has to be used for opening an account, and such account will be used for receiving the foreign funds under the FCRA. After the foreign funds have been received in the SBI account, they can be transferred outside of Delhi to any bank account which has been registered under the FCRA. So this way, a check will be kept on the fact as to which organization is receiving how much funds from which entity. This keeps a check on illegal flow of funds. Other than that, we have an important provision to note. The fact is that for renewal of license under the act and for new registration as well, the office bearers and the key post holders of the organization, the NGO, have to submit their Aadhaar card, and in case they are foreigners, they have to submit copy of their passports as well. Any registration which has to be renewed within 6 months of time left for the expiry of the said license. That is, if an organization's license is to expire on January 1st, 2021, it has to be renewed before the 31st of December 2020. Right? Also, before granting renewal to the organization, the central government has to keep check on a few things and has to check whether the person who proposes to receive the foreign funds is a fictitious person or a Binami person, whether he has indulged in any offense which involves inciting religious riots and all, and third, whether the person has indulged in any activity of forced or induced religious conversion. If a person has indulged in any of these acts, grant of license or renewal of license may not be given to the person, and the already existing license of the NGO, the organization, if any, may be suspended. So friends, I hope you have got all authentic information regarding the new FCRA Amendment Act through this video. And if you have liked the video and if you are new to our channel, please like, share and comment on the video, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you friends.